If you genuinely believe that Ukraine can march down Crimea, retake all of its territory and the Donbass, then you haven't listened to this basic line of logic. Russia doesn't want a long border with NATO, yes or no? When the war ends, Ukraine will most definitely want to join NATO, yes or no? Thus, the war will never end. Putin won't, quote, win in the Western sense because he simply doesn't want to. This might be surprising to you if you get your news from any social media platform, or are you just too lazy to come up with your own opinions? If you think that a Russian victory will look like this, or even this, you're wrong. In reality, a Russian victory would look closer to the current front lines, except for the Kursk Bulge. A pro-Russian government would likely be in power, and Ukraine might even join CSTO in case of a complete Russian victory. In my humble opinion, Ukrainian victory has already been achieved. They have maintained their independence, and that was the whole goal of the war in the first place. Anything more than that is just a bit greedy and extremely dangerous. There's no need to take Russian territory. I'm sorry, but Putin's probably thanking God right now. I've already explained the geographical reasons for a Russian invasion, and also the emotional reasons in my previous video on this topic, which is really cringy to be honest, but I hate explaining myself twice, so deal with it. I'm also in college, so give me a break. Now recently, there has been a standoff between NATO and Russian troops, and which honestly, whoever's idea was to provoke Russia even further should be fired and not praised whatsoever. I do not want to get drafted before I've ever kissed a girl, so please, no! If Europe wants another war, they can help solve the civil wars and conflicts in Africa. I feel like a war in general is seen as redemption because it clears things up mentally instantly. You know who the enemy is, and you know who you're supposed to protect, which is a major improvement from their moral-ridden, undergrounded society here in America. I'll cover this attitude in the next Culturally Ignorant, but for all we know, we might be at war then. See you in the next one.